basically the two biggest guys when it comes to mouth plug and extensive reviews.
You just call us big.
We're big.
You used to be big. I'm kind of big.
Big league. It's a big league.
Yeah. So, hey folks, people start. Oh wait,
that's not my
I'm sorry. It looks really good, so I will do that. Yeah, absolutely. It's not connected to anything though. There you go. It's just nothing. Really, I just plug it in here.
There you go.
There you go. Hey folks, be Busardo.
You guys are basically the one that everyone turns to when it comes to an honest point of view, and knowing that you guys are actually the ones that go back and forward to China and look into the products that are actually being sent out in a whole different level.
Yeah.
And you guys work closely with a whole bunch of different companies as well.
Well, right now we're working with mostly with Innokin. I mean, pretty much exclusively with Innokin. We have the platform line of products. So if you see platform, Dimitris and I have worked on development of the product. So we have the Zenith tank, we have the Aries tank, we have the kroma Zenith kit, all platform products, and we hope to have many more products with Innokin.
Oh yeah.
But we've been very fortunate to have a good relationship with a lot of the manufacturers in China. We're always trying to improve the products, and I think you can tell that in the last 2-3 years, China really has come a long way. I think a lot of the feedback, not only from us, but a lot of people, a lot of reviewers here in the United States as well too, has actually improved the end product that the consumer gets. That's a good thing. Anything that's positive for the industry.
But do you guys think that that is because more and more like you actually go there and have a dialogue and a good communication level with the companies?
I think that's important. I think that when you're talking online or through Skype or WeChat, it loses the translation sometimes. I think being face to face with the Chinese, actually, not only do they appreciate that and you create a more of a relationship with it as well too, but you can actually get better explanation of what you're trying to say.
Yeah, sometimes working with the Chinese company via like Skype or any kind of WeChat, it's difficult. It's difficult to convey the feeling, right? It's difficult. It's easy to say, well, this is 1 millimeter and this is 2 millimeters, but it's hard to explain what we're trying to do between that 1 and 2 millimeters. Exactly right.
Right.
Exactly
and
right.
also keep in mind that Chinese don't vape. I mean, the culture, the culture is smoking there, and we get it. It's a culture thing. So even though they got really great engineers and great staff, great manufacturing, if you don't use the product daily to be able to understand what we're trying to say, that's a great way by being there of trying to relay our passion and exactly what we're trying to say about the feel of vapor as well too.
And actually being able to show them if you have a similar product that you are working with and want to evolve it into something else.
Sure.
I mean, we've done these design documents. We send the design documents on to China, but actually being there with the engineers and kind of hashing it out together on a whiteboard and having translators there, it works much better than just sending them a document, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Do you guys have anything new that's coming up? Do you guys have any ideas of a release or something? Maybe you have a...
So one of the things
short term.
Me and one of the things that me and Phil do when we design is we don't necessarily look at the vapors, but we look at our wives and our moms and your everyday vapor and how to make things easier, right?
Just easier to use. I mean, it's trying to take some of the user error out of the product. Like, for example, the Zenith, right? So when you open the Zenith to fill it, I automatically shut the liquid flow down so that it doesn't flood and it doesn't gurgle, right? Now, my mom doesn't have to know that that's happening, but because it's happening, she gets a better user experience for using the product, and that's kind of our goal. Is just to take. We're not trying to recreate the wheel. We're just trying to make that wheel maybe a little bit smoother.
Yeah.
Right.
So a couple of things.
That was good.
That was really good.
Really nice, yeah.
Make sure you trademark that.
I will.
Quick.
Okay.
So the Zenith came out in a 24 millimeter format simply because a lot of the devices out there kind of fit the 24 millimeter. We also wanted to pair with a kroma, which is a 24 millimeter, so it kind of looks really, really good. So we're working on a 22 millimeter version that uses exactly the same coils, make it easier for the retailers to carry it. Also a stick battery that goes with it for a starter kit as well too. If you don't want a box style, you'll be able to get a stick battery type starter kit. These are the new colors of the Aries. We have a gold one, we have a gunmetal one, and a rainbow one that's coming out as well too. And a couple more things that we're working on a pod system that's gonna come out. We can't really say much about that as well too. So yeah.
It's really popular right now, and you guys have been seeing it probably all over the internet, even here at the
Everywhere. Everybody's got a pod system.
Right. to pod systems with our experience. Actually, I'm reviewing only pod systems on YouTube
He's
right
doing
now.
reviews again.
I'm back in the reviewing game, but I'm a high nic vapor. I use pods, so I think I can give really accurate descriptions and reviews on these products. But what we're seeing is that most of these pod systems work really good with high salt nicotine. So what me and Phil are trying to do is bring a pod system to the market that works very well with free-base nicotine down to the 12, 18 milligram nicotine levels. Especially for Europe that has that nicotine limitation, we need to have better pod systems that work good with regular nicotine. So that's our goal. That's why it's been a little bit delayed, but we want to make sure that the product is good and satisfying for the smoker.
Well said.
What do you want to add? Don't you want to add anything?
Well, you said everything. You just explained it so eloquently in your lovely Greek accent.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hope to be seeing more of your videos coming up.
Yeah.
And a little bit of stuff is going to be going on off camera. I'm going to show him a product, see what he thinks of it.
Yeah, and also check out our smoker show. Me and Phil has started this project a couple months ago on youtube.com/Busardo. We do it every 2 weeks, and the smoker show is geared towards vapors sending smokers to the show to learn about vaping. We want vapors to hang out, obviously, and learn. It's really basic. It might refresh vapors' memory of where they came from, but we're really, really proud of that project.
We are. We're really proud of the Smoker Show. I mean, it's very easy to advertise and to talk to vapors, right? But it's challenging to get more smokers, right?
Yeah, actually,
Exactly right. So that's what the Smoker Show is for. It's really, really basic information that we take for granted because we've lived this life for so long now. But you know, you have to always remember that somewhere in the world right now, somebody's picking up a personal vaporizer for the very first time. They have no idea what a watt is. They have no idea what an ohm is. They have no idea what mouth-to-lung versus direct lung is. And we're trying to help people with that and trying to get more smokers to convert over to vaping.
I know I spent over 6 months trying to study and find out what this was before I made the switch myself.
Right. So it's reviews, it's hardware, liquid, but it's also advocacy, it's science. We try to cover the whole spectrum in a way that smokers can understand it. So if you're a vapor and you want to help a smoker, just send them to check it out. All the replays are there, they can learn something. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, man.